Hello and welcome to today's video where I'm going to try and build my own house in The Sims 4 and wish me luck because my house has very weird angles. It's basically shaped like that. I cannot build that in The Sims, so we're going to ignore those corners. But I'm excited. It's my first Sims 4 video. I'm excited to start building and, you know, let's just get in game. So we are in game and this is the city of Noordhaven. I haven't built here yet, so I thought it would be fun. It also reminds me of the city that I live in a little. You know, I live in the Netherlands, I live at the coast, so I was like, you know, why not? So the only thing is that I don't really know if I want to go here to Old Torget House. I don't know how to pronounce that. I would say Torget in Dutch, but I think I'm just going to go here to the comfortably canal side with myself. And I do have to say that I will not be using any CC content, which is custom content, but I do have some mods in my game, and the mod that I use all the time is the Better Build By mod, Tool mod, and MCC, but MCC is more for gameplay. What I also have on is some cheats, and the cheats are actually in the Better Build By. When I go here to my Better Build By, I can check what kind of cheats I have. So I have the organized debug, which is the way that the Better Build By works. I have move objects on. I have also ignore unlocks heb ik aanstaan, and that's that was Dutch included. Anyway, basically the ignore is for when you play the game, there are certain things that you can almost win or unlock. That's the word I was looking for. Unlock when you are a certain level in a certain skill. I basically have that ignored. So there's that. So that's basically what I have on. And I do think that if you like building, these two, the Better Build By and the Tool mod, are just their lifesavers. I really need them. But we are going to go here. It's a 20 by 20 lot. Oh, my keyboard kind of makes noise. I don't know if you can hear it though. You should not really be able to hear it, but it could be that you do. Okay, so unfortunately building something existing in The Sims can be very tricky because it's just weird, you know, scale wise. So I'm also going to start very oddly. I think I'm actually going to start with the back wall. I don't really know how much I need, so we'll just put it like that. So let's start with the stairs, which are wooden stairs. I'm just placing it first, and my stair kind of curves a little bit. So let me think what side it curves to. This one, we need a wall here. We have a closet there, so let's do that. Then I have the toilet here as well, which is pretty small. I'm making it a little bit bigger than it actually is. And then I have a closet underneath the stairs, like that. I really need to think what my house is looking like, which is kind of interesting. Anyway, so we have the living room here, and I'm actually going to use placeholders for scale. Yeah, so let's use this one as a placeholder for now. Yeah, that's what I mean by it's not fitting to scale, because theoretically it should be there. It can be there, but it's also against the wall, but that's fine. So I also need another 3-seater here. Let's then delete that and let's just use the same 3-seaters because I can. There we have kind of a table there. And then we have a chair here. So let's also get a chair. Okay, then I kind of know where my wall needs to stop. Something like that. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tile. I think I need a 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe a 4 tile here. But we will go to the kitchen next. I also have a very small kitchen. So let's, again, it's kind of like placeholders. So I also have that there. Yeah. Across from this, we have another hallway. Let's do it like that. Yeah. And then we also have a shed, which is like this, but not really. Let's do it like this. It's not exact. Honestly, it really isn't, because my house is way smaller than it is looking like right now. I think it's like this. This needs to go like that. Yeah. And then over here, we also have the bathroom. I don't know. I think it's something like this. It could very well be that I'll change it. Let's put the roofing on though. So I'm going to go to the half gabled roof and we're going to turn that around. Do everything in. Tuck all the flaps in and it needs to go down. Yeah, it also needs to go in. And then it's going to go across. This is actually a flat roof and I'll just, you know, pop that one on like that and then flatten it. And let's find some windows, at least for upstairs. The windows that we have they're kind of like this. Not really, but I think that that's the best thing that I can find, at least for now. So let me kind of think. Yeah, that's one. That's two. And then we have a smaller, kind of a vertical window. Like, oh, that's way too big. That's what she said. I found these. That's kind of like that. So you need to be a little bit lower, and I'm actually holding Alt on my keyboard so I can freely drag it a little bit that way. Yeah. So let's see on the inside. Okay, so you need to be a little bit more this way. Just a little. Like that. Yeah. So this is then basically the layout for upstairs. I'm going to add some doors. They are actually very, very simple panel doors. Let's see if I can find some. Yeah, they're like this, but then they're white-ish. So we have a door there, we have a door there, but this is actually raised on a little platform. And then the shower, which is here, let's do that. Let's do the hand tool and then put it one down again. So I should have, yeah, that is what I wanted. Okay, so that is going to be the bathroom. This technically should be smaller. I think this technically should be smaller as well, but that is fine. For the outside, my house, is it brick? It is. It's brick, not completely, but it is brick. So I also need to go to paneling because upstairs here, we do have kind of a paneling. It's not, again, not really what it is, but that's fine. Let's just put this. Okay, and then I need to copy the siding here and put it there. Yes, and let's find a door. Okay, I have doors and windows. So this is basically our shell. I also raised it up one tick. My house is raised a little bit. Let's just do some landscaping. I do have to say that in my own house, this door is basically my back door and leads to my back garden. But that does not really work here. Although I could technically move the house as far back as it goes, like that. And I'll just, you know, pretend like we have a very big front garden and a little bit to the side. I'm going to do that. Let's go to hedges and shrubs. Okay, so I can actually move this quite far along, which is nice. If you hold shift, you'll basically copy while you are placing. Because I do have plants, I just don't have any grass. Okay, so that's, yes. So let's put a beech tree there for funsies. And let's also put some shrubs there. So let's grab my favorite shrub in the game. And I am going to size it down with my bracket key. And I'm going to size it down twice. So let's kind of, fun fact, I actually also have a, oh yeah, I also have a gravestone in my garden. And the reason for that is, it's actually a very, very pretty stone. But the reason for that is that I actually have the gravestone that belonged to my grandmother. So there's that. She's not buried in my garden though, but I do have her stone. What can I say? We roll like that. So let's go back to this. Let's add azalea. Sure, why not? I'm also going to shrink it down, put it there, and let's also grab some flowers. I'm actually sizing everything down quite a lot. I also have ivy, and I saw it's not that big. That's what she said. Ooh, I found some black roses. I don't have black roses, but I would like some. So let's just put those there. And let's add some trim. Let's make it light gray. Technically, I don't have any here, but we will do so anyway. And if you go towards the house, it won't pull along the foundation, if that makes any sense. Let's add some flowers there as well. Something like that. I also have, I don't think I have that shrub here. I think we do have, what's it called? Let's see. Kind of like, yeah, this, which I actually have it here in the front, but it's a sage bush that I have, but that can go there. That is fine. Yep. Okay. And I also have an, basically 2 chairs there. Kind of like that in the center. Let's do it like that. Let's add some bushes here. Yeah, let's put this one there, the cypress tree. Let's also fill this in then with, let's put these there. I'm just going to add some stuff. This is, I don't have this in my yard at all, so that's fine. Let's put a wisteria because I can, because it's nice and colorful. Oh, I could potentially put some kind of roof sculpture, kind of vent roof, things like that. We have that on the roof as well. So let's, I think I have 2. Let's put one here. I don't exactly know where, oh, I kind of know where it is. So let's put one here, kind of in the center. But I also actually have solar panels on my roof. I have 4, I believe. So let's add 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the thing that I do want to add is kind of a fire pit. And let's put some chairs around it. Let's just put these around because I can. I technically only have 1, but that's fine. As you can see, I changed some things in the garden. I changed the tiles because these resemble the tiles that I have better. I also changed these tiles here. I added some plants. I added the, what you call it, thingy. I added a bird bath. I also added a table and chairs. I added a little seating here, and I added barbecue. Not that we barbecue, but I was like, why not? What I also did is I changed up the roof on the top and on the and here. So let me tell you how I did that. I actually grabbed this, the flat square, and I just pulled it along, added a trim to kind of mimic rain drainage. I don't know how you call that in English, but I think that you understand what I mean. So I also added these drain pipes. I added these pieces here, which are, it's just kind of a decorative thing that I have in my house on the roof. I also made it smaller. So I made the living room, I think 1 tile smaller. Or I pulled in the garage 1 tile because that's kind of how it's looking as well. So the rest that I did is I added flooring, I added wallpapers, and I added lighting. Although this is not really the lighting that I have here, but that is completely fine. What I also added were radiators, and this is just a shelf. Yes. Wow. To act as window sill, I think you call it. Shall we just start with the hallway because I think that's quickest. I just grabbed these shelf units. I grabbed one for the men, and I also should have one for the ladies, which is here, like that. The other thing that we have there is actually a shoe cabinet. So I grabbed the one from Life and Death. Wow, it's difficult. In black. And this is technically where our shoes are in. So let's also put the umbrella stand there. Like that. Oh, and here in this little cabinet, whatever, I put an electrical fuse box because this is where my water meter, my gas meter, and my electric meter are in my house. Also had something on the wall. Oh yeah, I had the Tiki laughing man on the wall because I do have something there. but I cannot find it. Let's do that. So, and do I also have, I do. So I need to go upstairs and grab this window. Because we also have, and why we have that, I don't know. I also have it in a toilet door. It's a thing here. I don't have it above my door to the outside. I also don't have it in front of that door. Let's go then here to the shed. And I have industrial shelving units there. I'm just going to put up a little bit of clutter, and I'm actually going to clutter it up off camera to save time, because honestly, I can, you know, do this all day, the decorating. I think that's just so much fun. Okay, so I added some nice clutter. I can clutter it up even more because honestly, there's a lot of stuff in there. Is that a gardening vacuum? Yes, sure, why not? Because I can. Can I put that up there? Honestly, I wish that my shed looked this neat. But it doesn't. But that's fine. Okay, so that's the shed done. And the hallway done. Let's go inside. Let's start here. Let's actually go to curtains. Unfortunately, I don't think they... Well, I can size it down. Yes. Perfect, perfect. We also have that here. So let's see if this one will fit here too. It's perfect. Oh yeah, before I forget to show you, you see that there? That's the litter box. So my litter box is actually in the kitchen underneath something, but I cannot do that in the Sims. And honestly, a lot of the time I push it underneath the stairs anyway. If you have this pack, you also have a small door, which you can fit underneath the stairs. So you can basically plop that there, and then they can get in. But that's basically where I push it. The cats can open it anyway. This is kind of a storage closet, so I have mostly fairy lights everywhere. So I kind of grabbed some stuff just quickly. Let's go to comfort and sofas. To be quite honest, against the wall that I'm placing the couch is actually a bed, because I sleep downstairs. I have for years. And that's also because yeah, the bedroom is taken. Bedrooms are taken. Oh, and you see that part here, which is a little bit bigger than the rest. It's because we have a pet bed there. And the cats very much enjoy laying there. We also have one of kind of a cat tree thingy there. My camera cut off and I'm not really sure where. Basically, what I'm going to do is I have a table here and I'm going to combine it with another table. So I'm going to scale it down in tool. And I'm going to scale it down, I think maybe 0.8. Let's see. Oh, that's a little bit too small. So we're going to scale it 0.95. Yes. And then put that there and then put that one on top. I think this is cool. Yes. I need a light there. Shall we do this light? It's not really what's there, but it is what it is. Okay. I also have one table there. Yeah, something like that. Do we have it in the color that I desire? Let's do that. Like that. Okay. So we need the yarn basket. You can just put it there. Let's put a tapestry here. And the reason for that is very simple. What I have, I don't have in game. Because I don't have it in game anyway, let's go with this one, because I think that one is really pretty. Let's put you there. We actually have a painting of a basically dragon kind of world map we have on the wall. It's not in game, so I was like, let's put the Grim Reaper there because we can. So this is largely it. There's more clutter there, which I'll do in a minute. For now though, I am going to add the TV, and I have this stand here, but I'm going to size it up with the tool mod because it's a little bit too small for what I want. I'm going to size it up 1.2. This is my TV stand, but it's also my basically terrarium holder because I have tarantulas at home. Now, we don't have tarantulas in game, but we do have frogs. So I'm just going to take these frogs And I'm just going to fiddle around with them until they are in these two pockets. I also need to make my cauldron with my incense burner. And how am I going to do that? I'm going to very much size this one down and then put the incense burner in. So what you get is basically this, and then with the tool mod, I'm going to scale it down, I think 0.2. Yes. Oh, well, that's fine. And then I move the incense burner in, but I raise it up a little like that, because we have actually our incense burners are little cauldrons with sand in them where we put the sticks in. So I'm going to make sure that that is all on there. So let me do that. I have done the thing. So this is, there's some debug stuff that I scaled down and just added in there. And here, what I actually did is, this is, I don't know, it's antique metal mill jug with branch. I don't know. Anyway, I grabbed that one, and then I grabbed this one, the Enchanted Branches floor lamp, and I scaled it down and I raised it up so that you basically have lighting in there. It's what I have all over my house, because honestly, I have fairy lights instead of regular lighting. I like that more. So I also have a table in the kind of a tea caddy there. Yeah, that's fine. There's more on there. There are quite a few, I don't know, knickknacks on there, but this is cute. Yes, I like the way that this is looking. Do I need more clutter here? Yeah, probably. You know, something like that. I actually also have a remote. And we actually have two remotes. So, like that. Yeah, theoretically there should be spiders in there, but they're not. Oh yeah, I forgot almost. I need plant on the table. Yeah, this is fine. Like that. Okay, so this is kind of the living room done. Yeah, I think this is fine. Okay, for here, I actually need to get something from the gallery. We're back. It's the next day, and I'm actually joined by one of my cats. So if you hear kitty noises, that is her. The last time my game crashed because I wanted to add my terrarium that I built, and then I hadn't saved yet. So I think I have everything the way that I had it before. I did actually change the door, and the windows are closer to the door because that's more what's happening in real life. I also added a burglar alarm, but it needs to be just a little bit, you know, higher, so that's not really noticeable. Not that I have a burglar alarm in my own house, but you know, we're going to do it here because, you know, I spent so much time decorating the living room that I just don't want to have it stolen. What I did add though was, what did I change here? Oh yeah, oh, I changed something here as well. As you can see, I added spooders here, and with the tool mod, I made it look like, you know, they were just doing their own thing in their terrarium. I also added this little table. I don't know who this is though. I know. I added this little table. Yes, you are very sweet. I actually have a fairy house there that I made, but we don't have that in game. So I was like, let me just do that. And I also found these because I was looking for, why is it so light? It's the lighting here, which makes everything extremely white. But I don't really know why. Anyway, I found these because I was looking for feathers. And I found these. I did not know that we had those in games, so I thought they were really cool. So I have some things above the TV. It's not this though, but that doesn't matter. We're going to go to the basically kitchen area. I'm like, can I still walk past that? Yes. But I have, oh, kind of a little table here as well, a half table. Let's put that one here, and I actually pushed it into the wall quite a bit because it's actually a small table. So it's kind of like a half table. So something like that. Yes. And let me find bookcases. Oh, bookcases are here. I have added some, you know, clutter. So a cute little basket and a cat scratch thingy. I added some knitting wear here. And we actually have a lot of cacti here. So I went into debug and I just, you know, kind of made my own a little bit. Then there's also cat pillows because they lay there quite a lot. And then here in the bookshelf, I just added some clutter as well. And I think it looks very cute. So actually one of these bookshelves here, this one is my coffee and sugar and that kind of thing. And it's that way in real life as well. So I thought that that looked cute. And now you need to go to the side. Let's go into the kitchen and let's add some counters. I live in a rental and I'm going to grab these counters because these kind of look the most like what I have. I have 3. It's a small kitchen. Then let's go to the sink and let's put you in. Then, well, this kind of looks like mine, but I don't have those weird buttons on top. It's not a thing here. I think I'm going to add this one from, I want to say Death and Candy, but that's not it. Life and Death. And then here I actually have something like this. And let's do it in that. Okay, and I also have that here. Well, because I have a very small kitchen and it's a very weird shape, I actually don't use that counter. So it's kind of like that. Then I have a refrigerator here in the corner. So what I also have, and I don't think that I can put that here, I have my coffee station here. Maybe I can. Let's see what we can do. Here's basically my coffee corner. Oh, I can also put stuff in there. I did not even notice that. So that is cool. Oh, can I then add shelves in there? I can. Ooh. Oh, that opens up a whole other possibility. Yeah, that's nice. Let's grab kitchen appliances. We have a microwave. And we have a coffee machine. Well, we have actually one that has, we have a Dolce Gusto. I don't know if you know what that is. But it's not an espresso machine because maybe an unpopular opinion, I do not like espresso. We'll grab this one. But it clips up, right? Yeah, that's the downside. So I'll need to move it with the tool mode. So I added some stuff to the kitchen. Where was I? Oh yeah, I added clutter. Let's do that. I added clutter to the hutch because this is actually my kind of my pantry. Then we have the kitty's food there. Technically, it's not there, but it's going to be there. I added some clutter here and I changed up these 2 and the one that is here because it is a little bit more industrial that I have there. So yes, and then I added just some little clutter on top of the microwave. I added a picture. I actually have a picture of a very pretty tree here. I thought this was cool as well. And then here we have, technically it's a water bowl for the cats because one of my cats just wants to drink there. Don't ask why. It's a red one. You know, if you know, you know. What I also did is here, I put a trash can here because for me, the trash can is there. I don't really know if it's functional. That's why I pulled it a little bit forward. And I also gave myself this. I don't have one, but I gave myself one anyway. And then that's the toilet. It's not exciting. It's functional, but it's not exciting. We are here in the house, as you can see, and yes, I added some people. So this is my. Can you just
stop walking for a moment?
This is my son, and I also made the cats. So we have Lulu, we have Floki over there. We have Cleo, who is being naughty, which is not weird. And I have, where's the other one? Where's Yuki? Oh, there is Yuki. Yuki's outside being naughty as well. So yes, so what did I change inside? Well, I actually combined the couch and a bed because I think I mentioned it in the last video as well. I sleep downstairs. I have been for years for reasons that I'm not going to go into. It's just the way that it is. The other thing that I did is I had the knife block here on this counter, but you need to have one counter free. Otherwise they are go waving like that.
I don't know what to do.
Kind of like that. So I moved that all here. I added just some little clutter. The thing that I had on top of the microwave kept disappearing too, so I just put something else random there. I also added a few crystals around my house because I actually have, well, we call it mountain crystals, but I think it's just white quartz. I actually have that around my house. I added these two here, and I added the poofy thingy-majingy there, and some pillows on the couch, and that is, I think, it. Oh no, oh no. I also added a plant because this corner, it's not true to size. So what is actually there cannot be in there because it won't fit. So I just put a plant there. Plants are the solutions to everything, aren't they? I put also some shoes here. Let's just go upstairs. I already did some flooring. I did the wallpapers here and curtains and all that. That is what I already did. So let's just, oh yes, you need to go away too. So let's just go to the bathroom then, which is not really the way that it looks in real life because it's larger in game. It's kind of a little larger than it should be maybe. And also this wall here should be straight, but it's not. I'm not able to do that in game with the stairs here. So it's a long-winded way of saying it's not the same as it is in real life. Let's start with the bathroom and the shower, because this part here is our shower. And we have something like this. And we have something kind of like this, but also not really. It's maybe a little bit more. Is it like that? Also not, no. It's a little bit more like this, maybe. Yeah, it is. Do we have it just in white? We do. So it's kind of like, it's kind of like that. It's also not like that at all. Oh lordy lord! Sometimes it's and I actually think this is also because of you know, The Sims is an American game, at least I think so, and I live in the Netherlands, so yes, our stuff is just way different, you know.
20 minutes later.
Yeah, that one is fine. Then let's get a shelf. So we only have one sink. Just so you know, like that. And then where are my tiles? Oh, that was kind of, I don't know what happened there. The game is doing things and I don't know. Let's go to a washer and dryer because we have a washer and dryer. I also have kind of a caddy shelving unit. Yeah, so basically this one comes closest, and yeah, there are books in there, but we're just going to ignore that. Here I have a towel. So let's grab the towel like that, because honestly, I always hang my towel over the radiator to hang it somewhere and to, in the winter, make sure that the towel is a little bit warm. So let's kind of see if I can clutter it up even more. So the bathroom is done. It's not really that exciting. We have the washer and the dryer. We have the towels on top. And then I added some things in this caddy, you know, just some clutter. Then here we have some extra clutter on the wall, some shampoo and some scrubby thingies. Then I actually removed one of the wash basins, whatever you call it, because I needed a hamper next to it. Well, let's then go to this room, which is actually the smallest room. It's actually the room that I'm in right now. So I already put up some curtains. What I also actually changed is I doubled up the radiator, because we don't have one of those open radiators. Our radiator is, well, open in the middle and then two plates against it or whatever. The desk that I have, it's just a regular desk that I'm sitting on. I do have two monitors and I have lighting and my camera and all that. The easiest way to kind of recreate that in the game is by using this. And this is the, what are you called? The More Choices video station. I think it's from Get Famous. It has everything, right? So while it's not really accurate at what I literally have, I think that it's fun that I'm able to use this station and give myself option of getting famous. Something like that. Let's add lighting. Let's add a ring light. Lighting wise, this is basically what I can actually add different ring lights in game. And then I'm going to put a shelf here like that. And then I'm going to put stuff on there. So I can put this on there. And then that is going to be it for the desk. What else do I have here? I actually have clothing here. So let's grab this one from Get to Work. And let's add some clothes there. Then here is clutter. Okay, and then I have the ready, set, go card because yeah, I had so many hobbies that I also have painting stuff here. So let's put that caddy there because I can. And then technically I have a bookshelf here against this wall, but that won't fit because of the way that the desk is shaped. So maybe we can put something here. And I'll clutter it up a little bit more later. What else do I have here that's kind of something bigger? Oh yeah, I have these two basically boxes behind me on the wall. Okay, and then you need to go a little bit to the side. Kind of trying to fit my desk in a way that the chair is kind of a little bit more in the middle, like that. I actually don't know if my sim can get here though. Let's play test. Where am I? I'm there. Can you sit here? Why are you green? Go here. Sit. Ah, so I can. So I'll just move everything a little bit like that. Okay, I just added some clutter. So let me show you what I did. I added some clutter boxes on top of here. And some clutter here. I also added a little cauldron, incense cauldron again here. A hang plant, which I actually got a hanging plant for Mother's Day from my son. So I was like, we kind of need something similar, right? And then behind the basically shelving things you see behind me, I just put some things in, you know, the things that I have in there we don't have in game. So I was like, let me just put some fun stuff in there. And then here, the bookcase, that's basically where I am standing here in the room. That's where that bookcase is, what I mentioned. It's actually a 3-tiered one. So I used the empty, basically blocks from the Book Nook kit and then added just some clutter. I actually added some paint clutter, and these are ink bottles from the tattoo area in businesses and hobbies. It's not that I tattoo, but I do have paint bottles there. So I was like, let me then just do that. And then actually on top here, I have some makeup palettes that, well, we don't have that, right? So I just added something and I added a candle because I can. So let's go to the basically master bedroom, the biggest bedroom. Let's start with a bed. It is all the way in the corner. And there is a table here, although I see that it is actually too big. That's what she said. So let's just move it a little bit this way. So there are 2 bedside tables because why not? He also has open shelving, but we'll just do this one. Let's just do this one, but then also in black. And it's kind of on an angle. And that is because our house has weird angles. You see this wall here, that wall actually slopes like that, but I cannot do that in the Sims. So he actually has an IKEA desk. The IKEA desk is this one. And he has that, and then in white, completely white. It's actually my old desk, but he only has 1 shelving unit. I can give him 2. And then the other ones that I see with the shelving unit all have the shelving unit at the wrong side. So, you know, like this one, yeah, that will work, but it has the shelving on the wrong side. So there's that. Or maybe we have it on the wrong side and everyone else has it on the right side. I don't know. It could be that, but I'll grab this one. So, yeah, I do need to remove this and then put you here. Otherwise it won't fit. But I think it won't fit anyway. This part is a tight squeeze, but I think I'll have to turn the bed because otherwise I think it's not functional in the Sims. So let's do that. Let's turn the bed, then put the bedside table here. like that. And then he also has a table with basically his TV at the end of the bed on the desk. And let's add some bookshelves though while I'm at it. We need his chair. Yes. Do you snap? Yeah, you do. What else do we have? Oh yeah, we have a ventilator. Like that. He has a guitar. He has an easel. The only thing for me left to do now is to grab a bunch of clutter. So let me do that. Okay, so I have pulled a bunch of cluttery bits. I pulled some cluttery bits in the bookcase. I gave him a cow plant. I just love the cow plants. What can I say? There is just some magazine stacks. This is, I have no idea what this is. Where is it from? It's a hobby hoard, but it's from with the apple. High school years, I believe. I'm actually not sure. I found a package in Debug. I gave him also a cauldron with incense in it and some other stuff and some more boards. He doesn't have anything on the wall actually, but I thought it was fun. And then here he got some of the Grim stuff. His computer. I placed some more stuff, more clutter here on, although you need to go back a bit. Like that, yes. A little more clutter there. I get some dirty laundry because, you know, I gave him a guitar and an easel. And then I can actually move this one a little bit and then put it there or something there like that. That is it for his room, and then that is also it for the interior of the house. So yeah, this is the video building the house that I live in, including decorating everything, and I had so much fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. And then that is going to be it. I think that the next video is me building the terrarium that I have right here. So I think that is going to be the next video, and then we shall see whatever, I don't know, sparks my interest, gets my creative juices flowing. Never mind. So let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for watching. I am going to wish you a fantastic day, a fabulous evening, happy gaming, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye.